All right, so I know we've kind of covered this a little bit in the weekly special. The certificate of return, what Aiyedatiwa's victory means for Ondo State, Nigeria. I'm looking at the report here on Punch, Nigeria, and they reported the INEC will officially present certificates of return to Ondo State Governor elect. I think this was published today actually. That they will present a certificate of return to Ondo State Governor elect Lucky Aiyedatiwa and his deputy on Wednesday. The certificates will be issued at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. Rotimi Yukomi, the Chief Press Secretary to the INEC chairman, confirmed this to Punch Online on Monday. He said the certificate of return will be presented by the Commission to the Governor-elect and his deputy on Wednesday. The Electoral Commission declared Aiyedatiwa the winner after he secured a total of 366,781 votes, defeating the PDP's Agbola Ajayi, who garnered 117,845 votes. Well, that is a clear. I wonder what the Labour Party guy got, but
a little over 1,000, I guess.
1,000. Jesus Christ.
I guess a little over 1,000. Oh, of course, they were bogged down by a last-minute court ruling that took off them.
That's barely better than what Showore got in 2017, but oh well. We're here again. So I wanted to know, since Aiyedatiwa won now, and this is his opportunity, I guess, to continue the legacy, maybe the agenda of the Aketi. Is that what this is? What does this mean for the Ondo State?
Well, if this is a victory, I mean, this handed victory, this victory that has been handed over to him, if it's going to be an endorsement and continuation of the Akeredolu's legacy, then that would be sad.
Yeah.
I mean, he can, you and I are from Ondo State by way of origin, and he can look back at the antecedents of the governments, the different governments in that state since 1976 up to his own time, and know which really served the interests of the people. And that should give him some compass on the way to follow. For example, what was the legacy of Rotimi Akeredolu? They say people say you don't talk ill of the dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what I love to do with pleasure. Considering the fact that I had access to him, but not in a corrupt way. If I needed something to be done for my community, I approached him. And the same way I approached other interests that could help us in our community. But at the time, he was almost taking it personal just because there were snitches in my community. Whatever I said, for example, when Aiyedatiwa Jegede was running for office and he came to the palace in Aiyedatiwa.
Wow, that's already 4 years ago. I remember that.
Yes, and he was accompanied by the governor of Oyo State, Mr. Seyi Makinde. And I asked for, what's it called? Electricity transformer for the community that had been in darkness for almost 9-10 months. And the duo did it. Some people sent my message to sent what I said to the visiting governor of Oyo State and Mr. Aiyedatiwa Jegede. They sent it to Governor Akeredolu, and he got on the phone and started lambasting me. He took it very personal. But as a chief in my community, I was looking beyond his person, wherever help would come, and I'm not a politician, so you cannot accuse me of being a political prostitute. I just looked, I lifted my eyes onto the hills and wanted God to send help from everywhere to Aiyedatiwa. Now, to the issue of the moment, there were things that Akeredolu could do that I did not do. For example, since I was born, I've never seen education being so expensive compared with the time Akeredolu got into office. Education has never been that expensive in Ondo State. Ondo State, for that matter, where education has become, the industry that cannot be debated, and then people have to pay through the nose. Recently, I tried to extend a scholarship to the son of a friend that just passed on, and the guy scored 270 in JAMB. Ola, we inquired at the University of Medical Sciences in Ondo, and the outrageous amount they said we should pay in tuition. And the people of Ondo State are pretending as if there is no crisis in the educational sector. The government pretends to be running through universities they cannot afford. They turn their eyes the other way, and then all kinds of interests have descended on Ondo State like vultures.
Is there a protest going on? It looks like there's a protest going on.
You said protest going on where?
In Akure, they're saying the Social Democratic Party has rejected the results of the Saturday governorship election.
Well, you could expect that, because the candidate of Social Democratic Party, where he sat in Okitipupa, was accusing of people being bribed with money. He sat in the front of his house and he saw how people were bargaining and how votes were being traded off in favor of APC. Initially, he was calling out APC, but the media, whoever was intervening, was saying no, they would not want to take the name of any political party. But the reality is that APC was the one perpetuating that at that time. So why you would accuse the media of being being part of the whole conspiracy to make sure that the truth is not known, because somebody was witnessing the trading off of votes going on, and he was saying APC was doing this, and you are saying they shouldn't mention the name of APC. So truth becomes the casualty in all these situations. So the point I'm making is that in Ondo State, under Akeredolu, things started getting out of hand. I remember, as a strategist in those days, I described certain situations as this desperation on the part of Bola Tinubu to pick a candidate that would be governor of Ondo State was almost an equivalent of trying to appoint a district officer, Agele. And through successive APC administrations, are you going to be in denial about the fact that what we have in Ondo State are projects of people elsewhere who love to capture Ondo State as a spoil of war, and then the loot from our treasury going to service all kinds. The people in Ondo State are so poor, and I don't want to sound immodest, but the reality is what I'm saying. Even as a blind man who works very hard here, I know how much requests I get back from Nigeria. And the question you want to ask, and this is whatever I'm saying about myself is almost like what everybody in the diaspora is facing. They cause all this crisis. They can't even take care of the people there, and they are mortgaging them up front. So they have collected 10,000, 5,000, whatever amount, 40, 30. So now, how are they going to rule? Are they going to govern for the next 10 years? So the old man and the maiden, let him go for it. So they will give him the certificate of return. What is he going to do? Is that going to be a radical departure from what Akeredolu did? I fear there may be not. Because I've seen this governor, this man that has just been returned to office, I've seen him acted in breach of the Constitution, personally.
I mean, so that leaves me conflicted, because it's like, which Nigerian citizen has not been seen in breach of the Nigerian Constitution? I think this is another case of the situation of the people being weaponized against them.
You see, they first pauperize their people, they impoverish their people, and then they weaponize that
They
poverty.
weaponize it. Yeah.
Whatever, for somebody who is gasping for breath, whatever straw you see, as somebody who is drowning, that is what you would hold on to. And here, this is what is the situation with the people. But you want to
So,
ask me?
to get your words out, you're saying what this means for Ondo State, because my question is that what Aiyedatiwa's victory mean for Ondo State, Nigeria? And you're
What it
saying
means.
it's sad.
If it does, yes, it's worrisome. If it does not secure his own place in history, if it doesn't secure his niche, have his own identity. Oh, I have come to serve you, the citizens of Ondo State. I'm not saying you cannot steal money. You cannot take, but if you take 10 million in a month, considering his age, you're taking 10 million every month, not billions like Babajide Akeredolu and his mother used to do.
Voila.
And you leave the rest for the people. It will be well, relatively. But I don't encourage stealing. It would even be okay for him to mind whatever is approved for him statutorily. I've lived here now. I know that it doesn't take much for you to eat and
If he
survive
doesn't
and
steal,
clothe.
how is he going to pay his staff?
Which staff? Is it
His
not
special
the staff?
advisors and
All those things are captured.
the convoy.
All those things are captured statutorily. You do not have to steal. Statutorily, there are amounts that must be paid to them. Pay them
No,
that.
I'm not talking about the official salary. I'm talking about the extra on the side.
Why must there be any extra? The extra fraud and the stealing. That is what has to stop.
National cake.
What cake? That is what you call national poison. You know, that is what is killing the system.
May God help. Mercy be upon us.
That's right. Yeah. So what we're saying here in conclusion is that he should have his own agenda.
He should distance himself
from other. And I think I want to give something to him. There have been times people said, "Oh, he should be promoting his wife and doing this," and they said, "Oh, so when Betty Anyanwu Akeredolu was doing that, you people were not happy. Now you want him to be doing." To his credit, he has not really encouraged Aiyedatiwa's first lady's office in the state. If he can conclude all the projects they have, make education affordable, let food be on the tables, and he's not the one that will farm for the people, but he should give them incentives that are sincere, not the ones they will say they are giving them loans for agriculture, and directors and bank managers are stealing from poor farmers. All those things to stop.
From the loan budget.
Yes, and roads should be.
I can only imagine.
Roads should be fixed. You know, if you see the way, on purpose, the way communities are going into extinction. For example, Ogodo Ajayi Road, the old road that runs through Obaile. I mean, it's been rehabilitated from Fiwashaye all the way by Mimiko. If he wants to copy any script on how government can serve the people, you should go and look at the model of Mimiko now. So
really,
he should take that. Yes.
Okay.
Mimiko served the people. He unleashed.
I could have sworn I've heard people that were not happy with Mimiko too.
Well, because of maybe personal disagreement, you know, Ogatu could play the Maradona game until he would dribble until he had no one to dribble. But the truth of the matter is that when it comes to something that directly impacted the lives of Ondo State people, there be a health model, the education thing, feeding for children, and so many other things that he did. And he tried, by and large, to make sure that every community had representation in his administration. I'm not a politician. What I've seen, what I've witnessed, what I've investigated is what I'm reporting on and analyzing on. In the case of Akeredolu, it was not like that. It's almost like a plutocratic arrangement within democracy. No real democracy for that matter.
Okay.
Some of my friends who are in this government will not like me for saying for speaking up about the truth.
The truth.
But who cares? Who cares? Who cares? The other time they liked me, what did I benefit from it?
Voila. Anyway.
It was trouble for our people. So if we need to secure all these Lagos pundits and Abuja pundits, the APC media wing, they should stop saying things they don't know about Ondo State, awarding victories and laurels on a platter. Yes. They should come and ask people like me how I lived in Nigeria and survived not being kidnapped by Fulani, how my farm manager was almost killed. Those things we want them to address, you know.
All right, we're going to round up. Join the conversation, please. Join the conversation in the comment area. We'd like to know your thoughts on this. And yes, we'll be grabbing some comments. Maybe next week we'll set apart a little time to grab some of your comments, so we can address some of this, rub minds together. We're always learning. I'm learning personally, but Nigerian politics never cease to amaze me. So we shall see how things turn out. For me,
so for all of them, congratulations to Aiyedatiwa, but he won. He won just because
he won, or he stole the mandate. We have to choose one side, though.
It was
SDP has not agreed.
It was a transactional.
I mean, SD is literally asking for they said they should at least count at least 2,000 votes. But I think they might be talking about one particular location. But anyway, they said they should at least count 6 million. They said 6 million or something like that. I'm not sure. But
less than 25% turnout. Less than maybe
because they chase them inside with soldier. Because they use soldier to chase them inside. That's why.
No, they don't chase them. It's just then you want to know about the bus loads of voters that came from places like outside states, and they were saying, "Oh, it's fake news that some people lodge in hotel." At least I've been in Akure to report on election, and Yaya Bello, the former governor of Kogi, was lodged with all these kinds of non-state actors that were following him around at around the Bliss Ward. So what I saw is what I saw. I don't know what it is because I'm not on the ground in Nigeria, but I have reporters all over Nigeria, and I believe them. These are honest, hardworking journalists, and I believe everything they report. And having witnessed Nigeria firsthand, Nigeria never happened to any of us.
Thank you. We're 10 minutes overtime today. You're watching Sharp Edge News TV. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and follow. Let us know what your thoughts are. Join the conversation in the comment section. Hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. We'll see you on the next one. Take care and God bless.